They didn't see it coming, but your words made them realize. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, stay with me and do not blink because a turning point is already in motion." The next 24 hours carry a current that lifts your voice higher than the noise. Your presence enters a room and the air learns a new language. Your words were planted like quiet lightning and no one saw the strike until the sky was already bright. The ones who underestimated you can feel the floor moving under their certainty. Their conclusions are melting while your clarity hardens like gold. This is viral news about you and it moves fast like a headline that writes itself. Every sentence you speak drips with timing and purpose. Grace angles the camera so your best side faces destiny. There is weight in your breath and rhythm in your steps. The gates that stalled your progress loosen without a sound. Your voice threads through the maze and draws a clean exit. Pause now and type Amen 333 in the comments. Do it with faith and a steady heart. Seal this message with your name. Your words carry the scent of truth and it travels farther than rumors. People who never listened are replaying your lines in quiet rooms. The volume of your influence rises even when your tone stays calm. Do not skip and do not look away because the page is turning in your favor. The next chapter reveals what the last chapter silently built. Hidden work steps into bright confirmation. They did not see it coming because your strength learned to move without noise. You became fluent in patience while others shouted for attention. Now patience pays you in public. Write to comment, "I receive the grace on my voice." Mark the moment with bold letters. Claim the outcome with steady intention. Your words are doors and each syllable clicks another lock open. People who resisted you are realizing they were leaning on a broken wall. The wall collapses without harming you. You forgive without letting history repeat. You choose dignity over debate. You turn pressure into direction. There is a table set for your message and the seats are filling quickly. Critics arrive and leave quieter than they came. Allies find courage standing beside your certainty. Archangel Michael says your tone is being sharpened like a blade that cuts confusion and fear. He guards your path so your message does not fall into traps. He stands at the hinge of the day and swings it wide for your steps. Write to comment, "I carry truth with tenderness and power." Stamp it with confidence. Let your own hand witness your agreement. The next 24 hours magnify what you speak over your life. Each word lands where it can grow and not where it can die. The ground is fertile and ready. Old labels slide off like rain from polished glass. New favor wraps around your name like warm light. People who barely knew you will treat your presence with respect. Your silence once looked like weakness, but it was training. Your restraint once looked like surrender, but it was aim. Your gentleness once looked like retreat, but it was mastery. Do not skip because this momentum keeps collecting more proof. Conversations open in rooms that used to lock you out. Invitations arrive like birds landing exactly where they belong. Write to comment, "I am ready for my rightful rooms." Write it clearly so your future can read it. Hold the line with your posture. Your words made them realize that you were not asking for permission. You were giving direction to your own path. You were speaking life to dry places that finally remembered rain. They tried to measure you with old rulers. You grew beyond the edge and kept going. Their math could not count a miracle. The story they told about you breaks in half. The middle becomes your threshold. The ending becomes your beginning. Archangel Michael says a quiet correction moves through every conversation where your name was bent. Threads of truth lace through the fabric until the pattern is clean. The narrative shifts and aligns with favor. Write to comment, my name is protected and honored. Let your heart stand tall as you write it. Let your breath steady your hands. You will notice doors that used to creak now swing without effort. You will notice eyes that used to doubt now soften with acceptance. You will notice paths that used to fork now merge into one clear lane. People remember the moment your words touched them like sunlight finding a hidden room. They carry that warmth back to their circles. They repeat your lines the way a song catches a crowd. You speak with clarity and compassion that never collapses under pressure. You choose strength dressed as kindness. You choose vision that does not need an apology. Do not skip because the confirmation is layered. First comes the message that lands softly. Then comes the sign that lands boldly. Write to comment, I am aligned with perfect timing. Let it be written. Let it be lived. Your words once felt small in the storm, but now the storm obeys the direction of your peace. The wind hears you and chooses restraint. The waves hear you and choose order. They thought your voice was fragile, but it was focused. They thought your heart was easy to move, but it was anchored. They thought your path was easy to block, but it was blessed. Your gift is to say what the moment needs without violence. Your strength is to hold your ground without boast. Your miracle is to open space where people can breathe again. Write to comment, I honor my assignment and my audience. I speak to build and not to break. I speak to free and not to trap. The rooms that ignored you begin to ask for you by name. The people who laughed begin to listen without pride. The doors that refused you now wait with patience. Archangel Michael says the scale is balanced and the truth is measured in your favor. The weight of misplaced words against you is lifted away. The weight of good words you planted is returned with interest. You step into this day like a scene that finally matches the script. You speak and the set lights brighten. You move and the path lays itself out like a ribbon. Your words undo knots that used to hold you in place. Your words draw maps that used to be missing. Your words bless rooms that used to be bitter. Write to comment, I carry healing in my language. I carry wisdom in my delivery. I carry courage in my silence. In the next 24 hours, you notice signs that feel made for your eyes. A message arrives at the precise moment your heart can receive it. A door opens exactly where you stand. Your influence grows without needing noise because truth travels with its own engine. Your promise matures without needing applause because growth loves quiet. Your elevation happens without strain because alignment loves ease. People who misread you finally read you right. People who doubted you finally rest their doubts. People who delayed you finally move aside. Write to comment, I am walking through. I am carrying light. I am finishing strong. Your words made them realize that character wins the long race. Your consistency built a bridge that gossip could not burn. Your patience built a tower that pride could not climb. The old grief loses its grip when you speak life. The old fear loses its script when you speak courage. The old shame loses its echo when you speak identity. Do not skip because celebration arrives almost casually. Favor behaves like it has always lived here. Peace acts like it belongs in every room with your name on the door. Write to comment, I welcome effortless wins. I welcome rightful recognition. I welcome settled outcomes. Your compassion does not cancel your boundaries. Your kindness does not erase your standards. Your humility does not reduce your royalty. What they planned in secret dissolves in daylight. What they spoke in shadows evaporates in truth. What they withheld returns multiplied. You will see how every disappointment cleared space for accuracy. You will see how every delay trained your pace. You will see how every closed mouth kept your message pure. Write to comment, I am grateful without pretending. I am strong without shouting. I am rising without rushing. Your message lands like rain that chooses exactly which fields to feed. The harvest starts where you once saw only soil. The proof arrives where you once saw only promise. They will remember that you never begged for a stage. You built one with integrity. You held it with excellence. The energy of your voice carries a signature that cannot be forged. Your delivery carries a fragrance that cannot be copied. Your timing carries a wisdom that cannot be purchased. Write to comment, I am original by design. I am precise by grace. I am undeniable by truth. The next 24 hours unfold like a red carpet moment designed by heaven. You walk forward while support appears at each step. You speak once and echoes do the rest. Nothing valuable is falling through your hands. Nothing rightful is slipping from your path. Nothing promised is shrinking from your presence. Archangel Michael says the alignment is locked and guarded. He stands between you and every false narrative. He escorts your words to their appointed audience. Write to comment, I move with protection. I move with purpose. I move with peace. Your words made them realize that presence is louder than performance. Your calm is louder than noise. Your authenticity is louder than applause. This is the hour where your inner work introduces your outer win. This is the moment where your patience hands you a key. This is the scene where your humility wears a crown. Do not skip because testimonies are forming at the edges. Messages begin with phrases that sound like quiet awe. Announcements follow with tones that sound like settled truth. Write to comment, I agree with my elevation. I agree with my healing. I agree with my assignment. Every promise that was waiting for your readiness can now find you. Every ally that was searching for your signal can now see you. Every door that was listening for your knock can now hear you. Your words carry restoration that lands softly on tired hearts. Your words carry strategy that lands clearly on prepared minds. Your words carry joy that lands brightly on faithful souls. They did not see it coming because they misread restraint for absence. You were present all along like sunrise behind a curtain. Now the curtain lifts and the room understands. Write to comment, I step into clear morning. I step into open favor. I step into rightful honor. Keep moving with the same quiet excellence that brought you here. Keep speaking with the same measured courage that shaped your days. Keep loving with the same wise heart that chose peace over noise. Your next line carries keys that open more than one door. Your next step carries light that reaches more than one path. Your next hour carries grace that heals more than one wound. Do not skip because the final confirmation approaches with confidence. It has your name and the fragrance of completion. It has your signature and the weight of destiny. Write to comment, I finish this day strong. I hold my joy. I protect my peace. Your words made them realize that there was never a small version of you. There was only a focused version waiting for the right stage. There was only a faithful version waiting for the right time. Let the day unfold without strain while your message does the heavy lifting. Let the proof gather while your heart stays steady. Let the victory breathe while your mind stays clear. You are not late because alignment erases the clock. You are not behind because purpose redraws the map. You are not forgotten because love remembers flawlessly. Write to comment, I am seen. I am ready. I am established. They did not see it coming, but they see it now. Your words carry light that refuses to dim. Your voice carries truth that refuses to bend. Walk forward with the peace that understands power. Walk forward with the joy that understands justice. Walk forward with the strength that understands softness. This is viral news about you, and the headline is simple and pure. The message is landing, the proof is gathering, the doors are opening. The blessing is active, the favor is visible, the next 24 hours are generous. Sure. Here's the next continuation in the same tone, structure, and 3-sentence paragraph format, keeping the suspense, engagement, and instructions flowing without breaking style. Your silence used to confuse them, but now it convicts them. The same people who dismissed your voice are retracing every word you ever said. Their memory is suddenly sharp when it comes to you. They replay old conversations in their heads and realize you were never speaking from ego. You were speaking from vision. Now their understanding arrives late but arrives loud. Write to comment, I reclaim everything with grace. Let your agreement shape the path ahead. Let your words anchor your rise. Your message did not need volume to travel. It needed timing, and timing has finally bowed in your direction. Every sentence you once whispered now walks with thunder in its shoes. They did not prepare for the strength you carry now. They did not expect your words to find wings. But even unspoken truths have a way of showing up wearing your voice. Do not skip because the momentum you've built is not slowing down. It is multiplying in places you have not entered yet. Your impact is already waiting in rooms your feet haven't touched. Write to comment, my influence travels ahead of me. Let that affirmation breathe in the space around you. Let it carve out the path that is yours. Your words have become mirrors for the ones who wronged you. They see themselves clearer now, not because you shouted, but because truth reflects noiselessly. Regret sits heavy on the ones who ignored your insight. Some are trying to correct their posture around you. Some are trying to rewrite the part they played. Some are hoping proximity will erase their past blindness. Archangel Michael says the shift is not accidental. The wind that carries your voice was instructed by heaven. The correction they feel is not punishment, it is revelation. Your calm has become their teacher. Your growth has become their reminder. Your rise has become their awakening. Write to comment, I was always meant to be heard. Let that sentence open the next gate. Let it become your signature in this moment. The next 24 hours will reveal who truly paid attention. Invitations will carry the fragrance of recognition. Apologies will travel through actions, not just words. They didn't see it coming because they misjudged the soil you were planted in. They thought delay meant denial. They thought silence meant surrender. But the root system of your purpose was deeper than their imagination. Your preparation was louder than their conclusion. Your calling was older than their opinion. Write to comment, my timing is protected. Let your agreement meet your destiny. Let your destiny meet your declaration. The ones who once interrupted you now wait for your sentences to finish. The ones who talked over you now pause when you inhale. The ones who scoffed at you now replay your advice like a recording meant for the wise. Every room you step into begins to edit itself. The atmosphere bends to accommodate your presence. Doors remember they were built to open for you. Do not skip because honor is approaching dressed in subtlety. Recognition is walking toward you without announcement. Celebration is circling your name without noise. Write to comment, I am ready for rooms aligned with my voice. Let that readiness rise in your chest. Let it stand beside your shadow. They didn't expect your words to outlive their dismissal. They didn't expect your voice to carry memory and movement. They didn't expect your strength to choose stillness before speaking. Now their understanding arrives like a delayed echo. Now their respect arrives like a returning traveler. Now their posture shifts with quiet urgency. Archangel Michael says your voice has been catalogued in the halls of favor. Every word you spoke in pain now blooms in power. Every truth you held in silence now receives its audience. Write to comment, I speak with purpose and harvest. Let that truth seal your path. Let it summon what belongs to you. The next layer of your influence is already active. Your message is stretching into circles that once ignored you. Your words are entering ears once closed by arrogance. They see now that your voice was not opinion, it was instruction. It was not noise, it was navigation. It was not random, it was divine timing wrapped in human tone. Write to comment, I walk where my voice has already gone. Say it with certainty. Say it like prophecy. Shall I continue the next part exactly in this flow? Your strength no longer hides behind humility. It walks beside it and shows its face when the moment calls. The ones who misread your quiet now study your movement like scripture they never understood. Their memory bends back to every time you tried to guide them. They realize you were not correcting them, you were protecting them from consequences they now taste. Regret is a teacher they did not expect to hire. Write to comment, I forgive without returning to old rooms. Let your wisdom stand taller than your history. Let your peace choose your distance. They didn't believe your words could circle back with evidence. But proof has a way of arriving dressed in your tone. Now they quote what they once ignored and pretend they always agreed. Your voice lingered in places their pride could not silence. It sat in the corners of their decisions and waited. Now the echo is too clear to deny. Do not skip because vindication is unfolding without your effort. Justice is arriving without your announcement. Recognition is forming an audience without your request. Write to comment, my truth stands even when I rest. Let your confidence breathe. Let your silence stay royal. People who once resisted you now borrow your language. They speak softer when your name enters the room. Their spirit remembers how wrong they were. Your presence rearranges their posture. Their assumptions melt when faced with your evolution. Their fear of being exposed pushes them toward respect. Archangel Michael says your rise is not revenge, it is alignment. The light around you is not for competition, it is for clarity. The shift in atmosphere is not coincidence, it is consequence. Write to comment, I rise with clean hands and clear vision. Let that declaration become your shield. Let it become your fragrance. They thought your words were temporary, but they became landmarks. They thought your warnings were opinions, but they became headlines. They thought your insight was luck, but it became prophecy. Their realization arrives like thunder with no lightning to warn them. Their understanding comes slow but heavy. Their apologies come quiet but sincere. Write to comment, I release the need to be understood. My results speak louder. My peace speaks first. The ground you walk is no longer the ground you left. It has elevated under your feet. It carries the memory of every step you refuse to take backward. Their fear is not of you but of their own blindness. Their shock is not at your rise but at their neglect. Their silence is not disinterest but quiet correction. Do not skip because the next move is guided, not guessed. Your voice calls what is yours without argument. Your steps claim what was delayed without noise. Write to comment, I move with certainty and gentleness. Let your words match your pace. Let your pace match your promise. They didn't see it coming because your preparation was private. They didn't see it coming because your healing was quiet. They didn't see it coming because your growth was disguised as stillness. But now stillness has stepped forward wearing movement. Healing has stepped out wearing courage. Preparation has stepped in wearing fulfillment. Write to comment, I am not who they left, I am who I became. Let that truth echo in your spirit. Let it gather every blessing with your name on it. Your elevation is not loud, yet it is undeniable. The same ones who once dismissed you now watch every move with quiet caution. They study your silence more than they once listened to your voice. They are starting to understand that your words were never casual. Each one was a seed carrying its own assignment. Now the harvest of those words is staring them in the face. Write to comment, I am walking in the results of my voice. Let that confirmation rest in your spirit. Let it draw the future closer to your feet. Their memory replays the moments you tried to warn them. They see how your guidance could have spared them from chaos. They feel the sting of ignoring what was sent to help them. But your grace does not gloat. Your spirit does not chase validation. Your strength does not need to remind them who you are. Do not skip because honor is approaching in ways you did not expect. Some will return with apologies they never thought they'd speak. Some will shift their tone without saying a word. Write to comment, I accept respect without bitterness. Let that maturity cover your steps. Let that poise build your reputation. Your words became anchors for those who were drowning in denial. They held on to the same truths they once mocked. They now repeat what they once rejected. They didn't see it coming because they underestimated what stillness can produce. They measured you by visibility, not by depth. They judged you by volume, not by vibration. Write to comment, my presence speaks even when I don't. Let that sentence walk beside your shadow. Let it speak on your behalf. There is a new tone in how they speak your name. There is a hush in how they reference your journey. There is a shift in how they approach your space. Archangel Michael says your words have been escorted by assignment, not accident. Every sentence you spoke in alignment has found its destination. Every truth that left your mouth has returned with proof. Write to comment, I speak what heaven breathes. Let your agreement ride on faith. Let it rest on purpose. Your legacy is starting to take shape in the eyes of those who once doubted. They thought your influence would fade when the moment ended. Instead, it stretched further than their certainty. Do not skip because something bigger is forming behind the scenes. Your name is entering the conversations you once prayed about. Your voice is being requested in places that once resisted you. Write to comment, I am ready for rightful recognition. Let the universe hear your readiness. Let favor follow the sound. Their realization carries weight now. They finally see the distance between who they assumed you were and who you truly are. They finally feel the gap between their dismissal and your destiny. You do not need to remind them of their blindness. Life is showing them in slow motion. Truth is replaying your voice in their memory. Write to comment, I let my growth speak for me. Let your silence agree with wisdom. Let your rise speak without noise. They didn't see it coming, but they do now. And the clarity they've gained is only the beginning of what's unfolding for you. Just say the word, and I'll continue the next wave exactly in this flow.